Namaste, Jai Bharat. After the European War II, that those was not really World War, though people used to call it as World War. It was merely European War. After European War II, technically European War. After European War II, America becomes world power. Rich, powerful, mighty military and authoritative. Ever since that time, they wanted to maintain their big boss position, where they looked at all other world nations as something akin to subaltern. And in time, other nations were emerging, getting powerful, and a one-time very rich nation, Bharat, which is impoverished by the British colonialism, limped back to normalcy, then through continuous effort, hardships, work, is trying to gain some respectable position in the entire world. This coming out of Bharat, many don't like. Number one is the Americans. They were enjoying the world police game, or the so-called powerful, most powerful nation in the world, for quite a long time. Nothing remains permanent, and in time they will lose that position. If you just see history just before the period of the Second European War, First European War, what was the situation of the small nation England? They used to be called the Empire of English, where the sun never sets. And that's correct, used to be correct. When at one point the sun sets, before that another point sun already rose. That used to be the situation of the British Empire then. And now what is the position of United Kingdom? Now they are almost under the clutches of Islamic fundamentalists who are immigrants. They shall not accept it now, but then there shall be a time in future, if the English don't correct themselves and make reparations, they will have to succumb to the radical Islam's brutal presence of oppression. That is the situation for them now. Now it's a turn of anyone who had been authoritative for quite some time. The US is declining, losing their grip they used to have in the past, gradually but definitely for certain. One of their target is Bharat, because Bharat is making promising progress. So they keep sending people. One special forces former, they say, I do not know whether he is still in the payroll, should be, special forces man is caught in Bharat, and something, this doesn't, names are really not significant to me, and is arrested and is put in one of our jails, Tihar, I am not wrong, and where that man makes all kinds of nonsense, shouts and that kind of arrogant behavior, because Americans have this. Somewhere at some point in time, the Americans who are not originally Americans, they are all bloody migrants too, let me say harsh. They are immigrants. They are all immigrants who are Americans, but what about the real people of America? That they hide. Convenience is criterion or criterion. By the way, An Australian was shouting aloud after my Prime Minister had just walked out recently, that get out of Australia, Australia for Australians. Fine, I agree with that white man. Australia is for Australians, but who are you? You are a criminal once brought to Australia. Your ancestors are criminals who were brought to Australia. And now you want to claim yourself as Australians? What happened to the real, original Australians? You check their DNA, that surely will match with the people of Bharat, the original Australians. Look at this attitude. They want to start their history from some point in time of their convenience, like the Pakistanis do. They wanted to start their history from the Islamic point in time. Before that, conveniently they forgot. So this kind of idiosyncrasy, let's not face. In any case, this America, one person is already in jail. That Matthew Vander something, and he in jail wants American food. Who told you to come to Bharat to spy on us? And do you think we'll treat you with your wishes? I don't know. They might be giving him American food. I don't know. And he makes complaint. He's in jail, and the typical American arrogance. Arrogance out of nothing. That's it. Arrogance out of a kind of feeling that they are something. They are not something. Without the brains of the Jews, America is zero. Another man is recently caught. I don't know his name. He is recently caught from Bharat-Nepal border. And the interesting thing is that this man is also from US Special Forces. Still serving or former? They would always say former. I do not know. Those who want to know will know. Those who are supposed to know will know. That's all right. He had traveled from probably Thailand to some other country, to Sri Lanka, then to Bharat. Stayed months, 8 months or something in that Delhi, and is now moving into Nepal. And when the police attempted to catch him at the Nepal border, he started running, escaping, running. Once caught, he says his passport and travel documents are lost. When? Months before, 8 or 9 months before it seems. And he is silent about it. He had not contacted his embassy, reported, etc. We do not know. He must be hiding, and he is telling lie that he has lost travel documents. But then, what he was doing in Thailand, then how did he manage to go to Sri Lanka without any travel documents, and then he managed to come to Bharat without any travel documents, and he managed to stay in Goa without any travel documents, managed to move from Goa all the way to Nepal border, and managed and trying to enter Bangladesh when he was caught. He has definite networks. There are people. There are that 0.5 anti-national percent. 2.5 enemies we say, but 0.5 are within. So these 0.5 must have been helping. No documents found from him. I don't know if they are found or not. He says that he has no documents with him. But then he has 2 phones. Well, the phones will make scripts, make stories. The second person. But the point is why the America is bent upon sending their citizens on us to create nuisance. That's not trading activity. That is nuisance. For nothing that we did to the US. Never in the history we did anything against America per se. We have nothing to do with their nationalism. We are not opposed to their nationalism. We have no interest in belittling or encouraging their nationalism. It's their business. We look after our business and exist. We only react. Remember, we are not proactors. Even now, we react. If at all you feel that we are proactors, that such proaction is nothing but results of the proaction against which this proaction acts as a reaction. Look at them sending people. Now they have sent people in Bangladesh also to everywhere. Do something better for the sake of humanity, which you normally speak. Well, to speak about such things, one gets wild into wilderness. What kind of people are we talking to? What kind of people are we dealing with? What kind of people are we finding around us? Think. We shall meet. Namaste. Jai Bharat. Jai Shri Ram.